Welcome to the Atomic Hour. I'm your host, Frank Duffy. Normally, this is where I tell you how great this show is gonna be. But before we begin, I've got a little news I need to report. Now, if you read the paper, you may have heard we've had some legal trouble with our last guest, the sole survivor. Something about causing her extreme emotional distress. I mean, who knew she was a lawyer? Point is, we're now so far in the red, Jimmy over there is pissing blood. Not to mention our accountants are gonna have to work twice as hard to hide the profits. To help with that, we've struck a deal with our friends over at Grey Tortoise to air a full 30-second ad spot tonight, so be sure to wake up the kids before that airs. Gotta start 'em young, you know how it is. I've also struck an exclusive deal with our friends at Nuka-Cola to say the words Nuka-Cola at least 10 times tonight. Because every time you take a sip of Nuka-Cola, an angel gets their wings, and Frankie pays his alimony. Anyways, without further ado, here's that special message from our friends at Grey Tortoise.
Mr. Valentine, please help. I lost something near and dear to me.
Well, you've come to the right place, ma'am. Nick Valentine is on the case. What did you lose?
The most important thing in my life. A pack of Grey Tortoise cigarettes. The smoothest, best-tasting cigarettes in the world.
That's awful. How do you sleep at night, knowing there are cigarettes out there not being smoked?
I don't sleep. I just cry myself to bed, remembering the good times when me and Sean would smoke on the patio.
Who's Sean?
My baby. He's lost too. But finding him means nothing without the smooth, rich flavor of Grey Tortoise cigarettes.
Don't worry, ma'am. Like I said, Nick Valentine is on the case. In fact, I've got a carton of Grey Tortoise cigarettes right here.
My hero.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that commercial as much as my bank account did. But the buck doesn't stop there. On tonight's show, we've got product placement, subliminal messaging, and all kinds of fun and probably illegal ways to pay off our debts. Tonight's guest has even paid to be on the show. That's right. We offered a full 2 minutes to anyone willing to fork over a king's ransom. And the crazy thing is, we've got an actual king, or something close to it anyway. Please welcome our Nuka-Cola guest of the week, live from Eastmarch, Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak.
Carlos be with you.
Welcome. I'd offer you a bottle of ice-cold Nuka-Cola Quantum, but it'd probably get lost in the mail. Anyways, you might notice we got the Jarl live on a satellite feed. That's because he's no longer allowed on set.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, in case you forgot, we tried to get you on last week, but you murdered my security guard.
I challenged him in the traditional way, and he accepted. There were many witnesses. No murder was committed.
Yeah, well, my lawyer begs to differ. Anyways, if you want back on this set, you're gonna have to pay more than an appearance fee. How about giving old Frankie a title? Maybe a castle on the hills and...
Stub. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of.
Like what? Free parking on that popsicle stick you call a duck? 'Cause you know what an honorary title gets you in this business? Not a goddamn thing. You're gonna have to do better than that if you want to sell your propaganda on my show.
Bah, this is a waste of time. I can see that we won't get better terms from this council.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you cheap son of a bitch! And you still owe me for the Protectron! God damn it! Get him back on! Jimmy! Get him back on before I kill you! Well, that does it for tonight's episode. I want to thank our guest, Ulfric Stormcloak, for being inferior to General Tullius in every way, especially in the bedroom. At least, that's the inside word from Jimmy's mom. Good night. Oh, and one more thing. Nuka-Cola, 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 Nuka-Cola!